You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes and bold opinions today on how many ways can we test your relationship. It's going to happen today. And a mind blowing question from the Toy Story universe. We are going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I'm Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. Can your relationship survive the bird test?
I don't even know what that means, but I'm already excited because you've said bird.
Are you a bird girl?
Oh, everybody turns into a bird person at the age of 40. That is a fact.
Oh, how dare you.
Am I wrong?
Well, about my wife, no, she is absolutely 1000% a bird girl now. Me, I'm kind of a holdout on the whole bird thing, but
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm never going to buy binoculars to look at birds. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing
No,
that.
I am not either, but I can definitely appreciate when a really pretty bird likes to come and sit out in our little we have like a little courtyard area in front of our house and we'll sit and watch it. Like old people.
That's adorable.
It's
Well, I
not.
don't need binoculars to see a relationship test like
Okay.
this one, and that is the bird test, also known as bird theory.
Okay.
Like most ridiculous things, this was born on TikTok. The bird theory is a test that's supposed to show how into you your partner is. You say something mundane like, I saw a bird today, but be
Mhm.
excited about it. And then you see if they match your energy. This is a test that is supposed to show how strong your relationship is. And again, all
Mm.
you got to do is you say, I saw a bird today. And you try to sound enthusiastic, like you're actually excited to have seen a bird. If they match your excitement and ask questions like, what kind of bird? It means they're a keeper. If they don't engage at all, you're doomed. And no surprise, this is mostly women doing it to men.
Of course. Why
Yeah.
do we always have to test everything?
I don't know, but stop it.
Right? Like, why can't we just trust our gut and know that we're in a good relationship? No, let me give you a series of many little dumb tests to see if we're meant to be together, even though we've been married for freaking 18 years.
Yeah. I don't care how many episodes of American Ninja Warrior I have seen. If none of those contestants are put through the gauntlet of a wife, asking stupid mundane things and testing their relationship left and right, upside down and sideways, then you are not a true ninja warrior.
Correct.
You're just someone that does acrobatics really really
Yes.
well.
Yes, I would agree.
So if you, Rebecca, were to go
Mhm.
to your husband and say, "Hey, I saw a bird today," what do you think his response would be?
He would be totally pumped about it because we're old, we're over 40, we're into the bird thing. But how do I know? That's the problem, is because we've reached the age where we enjoy talking about birds and looking at birds. So if I ask him the bird question, I'm getting the old man response, or am I getting a response that he's excited because I'm excited? I don't know.
Well, on one hand, this would sort of confirm the bird theory to an extent because
Correct.
you are coming to him with something that excited you or interested you, and he is sharing your enthusiasm for it.
Right.
Now, is it only an age thing? Maybe, maybe not. But if it is purely an age related thing, it's still good. I mean, it's better than him saying, I don't effing care about what bird you saw.
I mean, yes, valid point, but there have been times where I've come to him with some excitement about something, and he is not adequately excited as well, and I have to, like, shake him and be like, "Why aren't you more excited about this?"
Example,
Oh,
give me.
god. All of it, I can't even tell you, but then I do the same thing. He's a history teacher, so he'll come in hot with some history stuff, and I'm like, "I don't care."
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing this up because I'm all about fairness, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
if women are going to go at men and record this and put it on social media, asking them or and telling them, I saw a bird today. So if women are going to record this bird test on their men, I want men to do it
Yeah.
back to their women with something that they are likely to not care about. Something like, I saw a truck today or I pooped at work.
Oh my god, yes, I agree with you. I think it's an equal opportunist moment here. I think the men should absolutely do this to their partners as well.
The because you're right. I mean, there's so many things you could apply this to. They're
Mhm.
using bird because most people are kind of like, okay, about a bird.
Right.
But it really can be anything. Like you just said with your husband, if he comes at you with some new interesting history factoid, you're like,
Yeah.
um, so if it's the history test, then you have failed that per the relationship.
Miserably, but I've been failing that one for a solid 20 years now, so
He should have known that going in,
yeah.
right?
Right, like, we're already on track there.
And then when you hit him with something that he doesn't care about, that's why tests like this in a relationship, you've got to be careful with them because there's
Yeah,
a certain amount of confirmation bias involved. Um,
agreed.
and I only recently learned about confirmation bias over the last, I don't know, handful of years. And I love it because it is so true. And I've told people this when they say, "Oh, this is only this because of this. This is bad. This sucks." Blah blah blah. Well, of course it does. You're looking for it. If you're only looking for the bad, that's all you're going to see. And then same thing with like a toxic positivity situation. If you're
Yeah,
someone that only looks for the positive thing and the puppy snuggles and the rainbows, then that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see any bad stuff.
absolutely. I think it's a little problematic if you're putting all of your hopes and dreams into this one bird theory question, right? Like, I don't think that should be your sole, uh reasoning, if that makes any sense. Also, this might be an unpopular opinion for like women may get mad at me for saying this. I do not believe in constantly testing your partner like that.
Oh,
Okay? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Just
it,
knowing each other and having conversations in regular everyday life, some of this stuff comes out and I don't feel the need that I have to ask certain particular questions to see what kind of a response or rise I'm going to get from my husband.
if we were in the same room right now, I would give you such a big hug, even though I know you would hate it.
I don't hate all hugs.
But you're right. I don't understand why so many people feel the need to test their relationship in so many different ways and then add so much weight
Yeah.
to the ridiculous test. I mean,
Yes.
let's go through some basic stuff like is he or she a good person?
Yeah. Do they work hard at their job? Yes. Like these are just basic things that you should already know. And if you're already in like a pretty established relationship, this you definitely shouldn't be testing your partner this way.
And look, every relationship is different. And
Yes.
one of the things I love about social media is plenty of people are more than happy to share their lives with you, and it gives you a peek into comparing your life versus theirs. And sometimes I'll see couples and I'll be like, I could not that would never be me in that relationship because of XYZ. Like if it's some guy rushing into the bathroom while his woman's in there going number 2. I'm never doing that. I'll watch somebody else do it just to see the reaction, but I will never do that. And she better not
Right.
do that to me.
Right.
Um, one of my favorites that I've seen is there's the couple that will prank each other, but especially the one guy, what he does is he drops like balloons with shaving cream or something
Um
from various spots in the house.
Fun fact that you mentioned that they live in McKinney. Their son plays football for my husband.
Really?
I probably shouldn't be like telling people that.
That is awesome.
Isn't that great? They're so
Well, not
funny though.
not only where they are, but where you can find their child.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Plays football, it'd probably be fine. But those are ones I love because I love the video because it's hysterical. But
Mhm.
I want none of that life. One, because I don't want to have to clean up that stuff because the shaving cream balloon pops down, pops over the wife's head, and then in celebration, the husband pops like a confetti baton
Yeah.
on top of her
Yes.
as the cherry on top or the confetti on top of the whipped cream covered woman, and that's it, and that's in the video, and they're great to watch. But I don't want that. I don't want that to be my life. I don't want to have to
No.
clean that up, and I don't
No.
want to deal with the monster that I've just created.
No, exactly. And like it's a vicious cycle. It's never ending. They are going to be in this constant prank war until they're dead.
Yeah. And the problem with constant prank wars in a relationship is one of you's going to die
Mhm.
and the other one's going to be sitting there waiting to see if you open your eyes.
What
So
an awful way to go out.
it's going to
Oh
be
no.
oh no, it's going to be hard because you're not really ever going to have closure because
No.
maybe this is just the ultimate screw job, and she got me. She got me so good. Like a
Yeah.
year and a half from now, she just shows up, ha ha, and then shaving cream balloon, pop the confetti, and she walks off, and he looks like a big idiot. Have I taken this too far?
Maybe a touch.
I have a series of questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to brace yourself, okay?
Okay.
All right. What would you do if you walked in on your husband with another woman?
Oh, lose it. It would be on. I mean, like, I don't know who I'm fighting first, my husband or her, but somebody's going down.
Fair. What if that woman looked exactly like you?
That's even weirder. Like, you clearly have a type. I don't know. Is it weird or is that a compliment?
Well, I mean, it is weird. If she did look exactly like you would be like, "What the hell, dude? She looked like I'm right here."
Right. Like, you have it already. Why are we looking elsewhere for me?
Yeah, it's like it's one of those times where logic really comes into play on the
Yeah.
female side and be like, If you're gonna cheat, why would you cheat on me with someone that looks like me?
Good question. Yeah.
Wouldn't you go like blonde or something?"
Yeah, something different.
Yeah. All right, next question. What if that woman wasn't a woman at all,
Oh.
but 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 a sex doll that looks just like you?
That's even worse because it's not even real.
Are we just getting level by level worse and worse?
Worse, yeah.
All
I don't
all
know
right, last
I don't know any husband that can come back from that, I don't think.
all right, then last question. What if you bought it for him?
Why? Why would I have bought that for him is the question.
I'm glad you asked, because a woman from the UK bought her husband a sex doll that looks just like her. She did this in order to help keep up with what she says is his sky high libido. Charlotte Gray, that's her name, she said her partner Callum's libido is so intense that she struggled to match it. So she got creative. The couple now includes a 1,300 pounds, that's money, not weight.
Mhm.
I'll rephrase. The couple now includes the $1,750 look-alike doll named D in their bedroom antics, and they say it's brought them closer. She actually says, "We've definitely grown closer since D came into our lives.
Mm.
Callum is really happy and satisfied." So, is it cool to buy your husband a sex toy, Rebekah?
Um, this is more than a toy.
That's my follow-up question. Like, if you had said yes or no, whatever,
Yeah.
is a life-size doll more than just a sex toy?
It is because I mean, I think we've already seen many a time on the internet that men have fallen in love with sex dolls and have actually married them. So, is it I think if the mentality is still like a cheaty mentality, isn't this still sort of a cheating on some level? Does that make
Well,
sense?
with this couple, no, because she bought it for him. She's saying, "Dude, I can't keep up with you, so here's my rubber twin."
But I feel like there might be a bigger problem. Like if she can't keep up and he's like way over whatever, like you can't just wait like a couple of days or like I guess I don't understand.
It's hard to wrap your head around a sex drive at that level.
Yeah, like I guess I applaud them for like coming up with some sort of solution that works for them. I think that's great. I don't think I can look past the weirdness of it.
Okay, so it's safe to say then that you are not going to buy your husband a
No.
sex doll that looks just like you,
No. No, I'm not.
and you're not going to buy him a sex doll at all.
No. Never. Yeah.
So
Uh-uh.
I'm now going to put my brain inside Callum's brain.
Okay.
Go on a little journey with me, okay?
Mhm.
Like kind of like Wayne's World. Doodaloo doodaloo. I would imagine Callum was initially disappointed at the gift of a sex doll that looks just like his wife, because if I'm gonna have this thing,
Mhm.
I actually wouldn't mind if it looked a little bit different.
And I get that. I totally understand that mentality, but that's where I'm like, is that where it's kind of a cheating thing? If it doesn't look just like her, if it doesn't, pretend to be like her, is that on some level a cheating situation? Even though it's not a real person, but the mentality is kind of there. If you were like, well, I'd like a little something different. Like,
What so my threshold for cheating, or at least cheating adjacent activity, really has to do with whether or not you're hiding it, right?
I,
In
yeah, okay, I'll give you that because she is aware. So we'll take that off the table. My
Yeah,
argument is null and void.
but that doesn't mean we can't play with it like a life-size sex doll. So what I mean by that is this: what if he bought the doll
Hmm.
for when she's not around?
I do think that changes the dynamic of it. If he's the one that's buying it, then maybe that's where the problem lies. But because she is the one who's saying, I can't keep up, let me help you out, let me hook you up with another me. Um I mean, I get it. I get it. It works for them, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, let's stay with the hypothetical here.
Okay.
If then, like I asked you earlier, like I asked you in the first part of this segment, if your husband had a life-size hump doll, but it looked just like you,
No.
he bought it and everything, would it make it seem less bad if it looked just like you?
Uh, I
I told you at the beginning of
honestly,
the show, we are going to test some relationships today, including our own.
I don't even know how to answer the question. You might have dumbfounded me.
Wow, I'm not even sure that was possible.
'Cause, like, okay, but because I feel like anything I say bad about the doll, right, regardless, he's always gonna come back, "But it looks just like you. It's supposed to be just like you. It's for when those times that you're not here and I'm lonely and I'm thinking of you."
Or like 5 minutes when you go to the bathroom and I think I
Right,
can sneak in a quickie.
right. But I'm like, "It's not me. At the end of the day, this is a plastic doll. It's not me. You're with a doll, and I don't think I can get past that it's a doll.
Uh,
It's not real."
so I've seen some interesting AI videos on social media lately, and when I say AI videos, I mean it's of men interacting with female in
Mhm.
appearance robots,
Right.
and they're supposed to have AI technology with them. The thing is, though, some of these videos I've seen, I don't know if the video itself is AI generated, because some of the faces I've seen are ridiculously detailed, and I don't know if AI is at that level yet. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a software program I don't currently have,
Right.
if that is the case. But there was one, and it was like, it was female, and there was clearly, like, the video was clearly of sort of a romantic nature,
Mhm.
and we're talking about a rubber silicone doll in this scenario, but someday this is going to be a real thing. There is going to be a woman that comes home and sees her husband with a doll that looks extremely real.
Yeah. I think I think the bigger issue here is, like, we can't solve cancer, but we're gonna get you the best, highest end sex doll that you can possibly have on the planet. Like,
That is the most male thing ever. You have the
yes!
ability, you have the knowledge and the
Mhm.
know-how, you have the technology to beat cancer, but first, sex bots.
Right. This is the problem. This is the problem with society as a whole. Our priorities are in the wrong place. And I know you love the movie Idiocracy. I know that we have talked about it on this podcast before, but we are so close to Starbucks being a place for sex. Like, we're so close.
I think that's part of the reason why some of them have the code on the bathroom door.
That's why there's one on every corner. They are
Yeah.
getting us ready for that time period.
Yeah. All right, now back to this scenario at hand. When you have the rubber sex doll
Yeah.
within the relationship kind of thing, and the question of, if you get one, should it look just like you
Right.
or not? It, by her getting one for her husband that looks just like her, now you're kind of in a twins scenario. So
Sure.
some guys might be into that.
Right.
Now it's going to be really weird if she actually has a physical twin.
Now there's like
Yeah.
three of you.
Yeah, this is like Inception for, rubber dolls.
Like my brain literally went, I did the whole dream and a dream and a dream with the sex doll. Like I did it as you said it.
You go into that bedroom, you
Like
bring the spinny top with you.
woo! Are we in the real world? Or are we in a simulation? We don't know.
Are you a good traveler, Rebekah?
I'd like to think so.
Okay. Well, holiday travel is expected to be huge this year. It's huge every holiday season, and that means dealing with other people.
Mm.
But what about the person or the people you're traveling with? Are they a good traveler?
Oh, okay.
A study found the perfect traveling companion has 4 traits. I love how you wince and hold your breath.
Because I think I'm a good traveler, but now I have myself wondering if I am a good traveler. Like, do other people see me that way? And I don't know that that's necessarily true.
Okay, let's find out.
Okay.
Number one of the 4 traits that make you a perfect traveling companion. They're not too emotional. They're good under pressure and will not freak out if things don't go to plan. Okay,
Okay.
even keeled.
Yeah.
Number 2, they're an experienced traveler. They can get from point A to point B without you. And bonus points if they know more about the destination than you do. Like you just traveled to New York City. I have never been to New York City. I am
Mhm.
intimidated by New York City, to be honest with you. Um, when my wife and I eventually go, she's never been either. I would love it if we would go with someone that either lives there already or has been there a few times and is familiar with everything, because when you've never been, I don't care. I mean, I'm a 46-year-old man. That city is intimidating.
Oh, no, it totally is. But I will tell you, there's really good apps now that'll help you survive.
Oh, good.
Like, we found a Subway app and it was like heaven sent.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need that if I
Yes.
ever go.
Correct.
At the same time, my wife is she's not here right now, so I can say this. My wife is weird when it comes to new places. Now, I can be kind of weird about crowded places. She's weird about
Mhm.
walking in the front door of a place she's never been to.
Yeah.
Because of that, she makes me go first, which makes my skin crawl because I am a Southern gentleman who was raised to be chivalrous, and letting and making the make and then me going in the door before her just feels every ounce of wrong.
Mhm.
But that's the relationship I'm in. We go
That's
to
what
a new restaurant. She's like, "You first." I'm like, "Damn it."
What an interesting tidbit on your wife there.
Yeah.
I'm
She
curious how that
hates
came about.
she hates running point. Like if you're in the military, she will not
Yeah.
run point.
So I like if I'm being honest, my personal preference is somebody just tell me where I'm supposed to be going or like tell me to follow them or whatever. That I love to be a passenger princess, if you will.
Oh yeah.
But I will say if I had to step up and take charge, I would not have a problem doing it.
That makes sense.
I
So
think
you're
I
kind of
do.
right there in the middle. You can play a little bit of both there.
Yeah, I think when the pressure's really on, that's when I like step up to the challenge. So,
Yeah, so my wife is a wedding planner by occupation. So whenever we've traveled anywhere, she's got everything figured
mhm.
out. She knows where we're staying, for how long, all that stuff. So that makes me a little bit of a travel princess because
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about that stuff. Oh, we're going to Seattle. Cool. With In one night, she will have everything figured out about where we're
yeah,
staying, the best flights to take, all that stuff. And I don't take it for granted, but I am aware that I am in fact a
yes.
a travel princess.
Yeah, same here. My husband does the exact same thing. Like for the longest time when we went to Hawaii, people would be like, "What island are you staying on?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I'll let you know after."
Yeah. I'll check the app.
Yeah.
Number 3 of the ideal travel companion traits: similar priorities. Things like sleep schedules, energy levels, and matching budgets.
Mm,
The more compatible you are, the better. That just makes perfect
totally.
sense. This all since if you're going out to eat with somebody, it helps if you're on the same page with how expensive of a restaurant, the type of
Correct.
food you're going to eat, all that stuff. So when you're traveling with someone, absolutely makes sense. Like I would not be able to travel with Zuckerberg.
No, not at all.
I mean, if he wants to foot the bill for
Sure.
everything, I'll find a way.
Look, I assume if
Um,
I'm traveling with him, he is paying for everything.
that's actually a good
Yeah.
point, because at that point, if you don't, you're just kind of a dick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, maybe not the best example, but you get an idea. Like if I have friends that, make 10 times more money than me,
sure.
it's going to feel weird when it's like, we're going on vacation together and you want to stay at like this 5-star kick-ass resort and I'm trying to sleep on your pullout.
Yeah, exactly. Like I must say, like, it is difficult when you travel with someone who does not have the same priorities as you. Like, I'm a bit of a foodie. I like to eat, especially when you're going somewhere different. You want to eat and absorb all of the places that are like local to it or whatever. And if somebody's not on the same page with you, that can be very frustrating. So I totally
Yeah.
get that.
Sort of like you and your husband, I would imagine, since he is a history teacher, he would probably like to go to some of the historical sites.
Mhm.
You, however, want to go and get a pizza in the
Correct.
north end of Boston,
Yes, correct.
or in, yeah. Number 4 of the perfect travel companion traits. They're responsible. You trust that they will do what they say and they'll follow through. That makes sense. So there you go. There's your 4 traits for the perfect travel companion. Um, and by the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but I did. You know who doesn't have any of these traits?
Who?
Kids. Kids will kids will ruin a good time. Kids will ruin a travel experience faster than anybody.
Okay, I agree with you to a certain extent, but I just came back from New York and I was with my niece and I thought she did a really great job while we were there. She kept up with us and sometimes in some circumstances she was ahead of us. She knew where things were. She was paying attention. She did a very good job. And I'm like, New York is not necessarily a kid city. So
Right.
there's a lot of walking involved and she could have been complaining the entire time and I thought she stepped it up and did A plus.
How old is your niece?
She's 10.
Okay, I think that sounds about right. If she
Yeah.
was 10 months, probably a totally different
Yeah.
experience.
Toddler, baby, no way. No
Uh-uh.
way.
I also feel because one of the themes of today's show is testing your relationship.
Yeah.
I have believed for a very long time that an early test of a relationship is traveling together,
Yes, I would agree
because
completely.
traveling will reveal a lot of things about the other person that you otherwise might not have seen. They might have been suppressing, and all of a sudden, their guard is down and they can't hide the gremlin that's inside, especially when it comes to traveling, air travel, especially.
Um, have you ever been on a trip with like couples trips are great, but if you get like that one couple that can ruin everything.
With a large trip, like a wedding trip, I have seen that. But we had one of the best couples trips experiences of our lives years ago, when both sets of couples, it was us and another couple, went into it and said very plainly,
Yeah.
look, if there's ever a time you want to do something on your own, please,
Yes.
God, tell us. We don't care. Chances are we're going to want to do that as well. We're telling you now,
Yeah.
we're going to want to do something without you. It's not because we hate you. It's just because we want to go do something on our own. And they were like, oh my God, thank you for saying that. It was probably the best couples trip we'll ever have. And I almost never want to do one again because nothing will top that.
So that's my best friend and her husband. They're our travel buddies, and we literally established that on the very first time that we ever went on a trip together. And it was one of those things where James and I, my husband, we had already planned our trip to Mexico. They were like, "Do you care if we tag along? We'll just grab a few days at the end." And we're like, "Yeah, come on, let's do it." And before anything was booked or anything like that, we literally were like, if there's a day that y'all want to go do something on your own, go. We do not care. We're flexible. We'll do something, y'all do something, whatever. But then we had so much fun together that we never separated. Right?
Which is cool too.
It was awesome. We've had a great time. And then so slowly but surely we tried to invite other couples to see how that's going to work. And we had one trip where it was like couple fought all the time.
Oh, no.
It was so bad, so awkward, so uncomfortable. And we're like, okay, well, they're off the list. They're off the list. Now we know who we can and can't travel with.
Yeah, if we were to make a list here on Unsolicited of the people you least want to travel with, number 1 would probably be a baby or a toddler. Number 2 is
Mhm.
going to be the couple that won't stop fighting, because they will ruin everything.
Oh, it was terrible. Dinners were awkward. We could not get away from them fast enough in the evening. We were like, like, 'cause like everybody's having a good time. We have wine, but I'm like, as the evening progresses, the more fun that we're having, the worse time that they're having. And it's just so uncomfortable. I don't recommend it. You have to like, is there a way to like proof people before you go on a trip with them?
Man, that's why I say it's such a big test of a relationship, a romantic relationship between two people for sure,
Yeah.
but also testing a relationship with friends. Like, can you travel with these people? Really, there's really not much of an in between when you start like going out to dinner with them and then traveling somewhere. That's a real, I don't know what fills that gap. Like, I
Me
don't know how you
either.
get from dinner to traveling together because I don't know what goes in between. I don't think there's a step in between. It's like you just got to do it and find out.
Yeah, and I mean, I will be honest, like, it took us a long time before we actually traveled together. Like, it was, like, 5 years of friendship before we decided to make that jump.
You know what? I think that's what it is. You go out to dinner, that happens early on. You
Right?
figure out if that's cool, and then time.
Yes.
Over a certain amount of time, then you figure, okay, I think we've seen every possible scenario we can
Right.
see with the dinner situation. Now it's time to level up, and we travel
Yeah.
together.
Now, I will say this last trip that I just went on in New York has me overthinking how I was the entire time.
Oh no.
Yeah, I went with my sister-in-laws and my mother-in-law and my niece, and don't get me wrong, we had a blast. We had such a good time, but now that I'm back home, I'm overthinking every conversation that we had, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I bet they think I'm crazy."
Okay, couple of questions. Um, Number one, how long have these women been your in-laws?
18 years. Long time.
18
Yeah,
years.
long time, and this
They
is the first time that we have traveled, like, long distance for this amount of time together ever.
Okay, so I can understand then why you're probably in your head about it. Um, but they've known you for 18 years. Is there really anything you had not revealed? Is there anything in that 18 years they hadn't seen that all of a sudden showed itself on this trip?
That's a good question. I think I'm one of those people that might just double down all the time, where it's like they've seen a
Mm.
lot of crazy in the glimpses that we've been together at Christmas, Thanksgiving, or for a weekend at their house or something like that. But this is like, you're with me now for 4 days straight, 24/7. And sometimes I just don't know when to stop talking.
All right, so give me an example. Give me an example that has you overthinking from this trip
I
that somehow, despite 18 years of experience, your in-laws now all of a sudden think you're nuts.
I don't know. That's a great question. Like we sat down to dinner, and they are very much. 'Cause again, I got sisters and a mom, so they've been together a lot longer than I've been in the family, right? And they're
Mhm.
splitting on the meals. And at one point, I was like, "What is wrong with you people? Do you guys not eat?" Like, and I straight up, I'm literally sitting at the table. They're all dying laughing, and I'm like, "I came to eat. This is New York, man." I'm like, "I want the full plate. I want the dessert. I want like the really good glass of wine with it." I'm like, "I love food. I need food." And then they're all splitting sandwiches, and I'm like, "What's happening right now?" And so
So
it's
you think
on replay now.
that they think you're crazy or they're like what?
I don't know that
Why
somehow
is that
I
bad?
don't know. Somehow I'm being judged for that. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm literally overthinking every conversation that we've had. I'm like, what did I say that was inappropriate or out of place?
All right, look. I 100% believe you said something inappropriate
Yeah.
at some point or multiple points during the trip. However, they've known you for 18 years. That should not shock or surprise them.
It shouldn't. I don't know. It's just that classic, sometimes I don't think before I speak and I just blurt things out. And like with the food and the splitting of things, and then I just blurt out, "What's wrong with y'all? Why don't you eat?" Like, who says that?
Okay, and their reaction was what? To
They
laugh
they
and think,
did. They laughed, but is it an awkward laugh of like, "Oh, that's just Rebekah being crazy," or is it that uncomfortable laugh of like, What do you mean we don't eat?"
I think you shouldn't worry about it because had their reaction been they all got quiet and started looking at one another, and then they just sort of like picked up their sandwiches that they were splitting and just kind of like,
Like, well, she's ruined
and
the day.
yeah, if they're not doing that, I think you're fine.
Again, this is my crazy brain. I can't help but replay now the entire trip questioning things I said and did.
All right. Here, I think, is your barometer.
Okay.
The 10-year-old niece. At any point, did your 10-year-old niece call you out on anything?
I don't think so.
I think you're fine.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure a 10-year-old is not going to hold back, especially because
Yeah.
your family. She's not going to hold back. She's going to say, Aunt Rebekah, you're nuts because of this. You're crazy because you said that, and whatever. I think if the 10-year-old isn't calling you out, I
Okay.
think you're fine.
All right, good. Then it's probably fine. They might invite me on another trip again. We'll see.
Yeah, because she's 10 years old. She's not old enough yet to know that you're supposed to talk about the in-laws behind their back. Prepare to have your mind blown just in time for Christmas. This was a post. I don't know when. It was online, maybe even on Tumblr. That's how old this is, but I had not seen it until Rebekah sent it to me recently. So I am now going to share it with you. Person who goes by the handle The Stuffed Alligator posted, "This is mildly blasphemous, but in the Toy Story universe, do baby Jesus figurines from nativity sets think they're actually Jesus, or are they just like babies?"
Mm.
My brain has been a pile of noodles ever since I read this the first time. And my brain has still not re-solidified. Rebekah, I blame you. This is all your fault.
I'm very sorry. But it's a
Also,
valid question. It's a good question.
this is mildly blasphemous, but in the Toy Story universe, do baby Jesus figurines from nativity sets think they're actually Jesus, or are they just like babies? Let's dig in. Rebekah,
Okay.
what do you think?
Okay, that I don't here's where my brain goes to actual baby Jesus. Did
Mm-hmm.
actual baby Jesus know at the time when he was a baby that he was our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Good question. Okay.
If that is the case, and yes, even as an infant tiny little Lord baby Jesus, he knew, then I think in the Toy Story universe, those babies think they're Jesus.
You've got more nieces and nephews than I do, so I think you've seen the Toy Story movies more recently than I have. I have seen the first two, but I have not seen them in a very long time. I
Mhm.
remember the premise.
Yeah.
It's Andy's toys. They come alive, and then they do stuff.
Right.
I remember Buzz Lightyear, and I know that one of the characters is Cliff from Cheers. I know that Woody is Tom Hanks, and
Mhm.
I loved the films. And I've also heard that Toy Story 3 might possibly be a perfect film, so I need to watch it. But
Mhm.
I digress. The toys come alive, but they don't necessarily know they're toys, because that was sort of the whole point of the first one, is that Buzz
Correct.
Lightyear
Yeah.
is not, he's not self-aware. He
Yeah.
thinks he really is Buzz Lightyear, but all the rest of the toys know they're toys,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think it like eventually they come to learn that they're toys, right? And I think that was the whole
Yeah.
like you said, the whole premise of Buzz Lightyear was that they were like, "Yes, you are Buzz Lightyear, but you're not on this actual mission. You're Andy's toy or whatever." So I guess in reference to the babies, at some point they have to teach the babies that you're not actually Jesus to save the world, but you're a toy version of that, which I don't know how you tell a baby that. So,
It's pretty difficult.
correct.
There was, I was trying to remember one of the comments I saw on this. Someone had mentioned, I think there was, in one of the movies, there was like a baby type toy, like a doll or something.
Mhm.
And I guess they had to sort of toy splain to the baby doll
Right.
or get it to do stuff. But because it was a baby, it couldn't really understand or do much, but it could follow orders. So that's all it did. So it wasn't sentient, right?
Right.
But again, we're talking about a different level of baby here when you're talking about the Messiah.
Correct.
Um, so in a Toy Story movie, all the toys are alive.
Mhm.
If they were to go by church at Christmas time and see a nativity scene, in that nativity scene in the Toy Story universe, is the baby Jesus? Or does he just think he's baby Jesus? Or is it a completely self aware nativity baby and that it knows it's just a nativity baby and not to, get a big ego about it.
Yeah. I don't
See, brain
know.
is brain
It
is
is.
like mashed potatoes, man.
I think initially when it's first there as the baby Jesus in whatever setting of nativity scene that it is, if it's at the church, if it's at a home or whatever, I think they're programmed to think that they are the baby Jesus. But I think after time and time again, they start to learn that they're not actually the baby Jesus, right? And then they
Yeah,
become part of the toy gang.
I would think so.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah,
would assume it's the same type of conditioning that Buzz Lightyear had when he first came into the Toy Story universe.
I think that would make sense. Let me reset this just to see if maybe this brings about some new insight.
Okay.
All right, here we go again. This is mildly blasphemous, but in the Toy Story universe, do baby Jesus figurines from nativity sets think they're actually Jesus, or are they just like babies? Um, can I have stoner questions for 500, Alex? I feel like I need like some really good marijuana to really be able to delve into this question any more deeply than we already have.
Like, well, part of me is like, is it like a human baby where we don't have a whole heck of a lot of cognitive function, right? And it just
Mm-hmm.
cries, poops, and pees all the time. So in the Toy Story world, is it just doing that? Or does it have the cognitive function of, yeah, I am the Lord and Savior? Also, I don't think the question is blasphemous. Do you?
Oh God, no.
Okay, I don't either. I was like, I think it's a logical question that you've deduced from watching the Toy Story movies, and I understand your thought process.
Yeah, no, man. Look at it this way. All right, if God is the ultimate in the universe,
Yeah.
kind of like He-Man, if He is the ultimate power in the universe, kind of like the Death Star. I'm noticing a theme here with my brain. Uh, if God really is all powerful, omnipotent, all that stuff,
Yeah.
then He's going to know that when I die, and if heaven is real, I am going to get there, and I'm going to say, "Bro, I got some questions," and I got a lot of them.
Yeah.
And if He is who He is, or who everyone claims that He is, He won't be surprised or bothered by it.
No.
I will say my favorite comment on this that I did see though was, make sure I get this right. I asked my mom, and she said that nativity sets don't exist in Toy Story because Disney is a Christ-hating devil cult.
Oh my god, that's the perfect answer right there.
It's hard to argue with that logic, for super religious
Oh
mom. It's like, how
my god.
dare you?
Oh, that's
Oh,
really funny. Oh.
I think, I think, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's enough unsolicited for today.
You're like, on that note, we're out.
Yeah. If you are listening to us, be sure to follow the show so you don't miss an episode and leave us a 5-star review. Just like the kind of food Rebekah likes to eat on her trips, 5-star. And if you are watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was Unsolicited.